Okay, I'm live. Hey, everybody. Hello. I'm trying to see if I can do this camera a little differently. Let's see. Go down a bit here. What does that do? How does that work? Yeah, that looks better. That looks better. Okay. All right, so I'm live. Hey, everybody. Hello. All right, so I tore the kitchen up last night. I was making chicken marsala, and this is an open this is an open panel, so anybody can join. Hey, everybody. So I'm gonna be making my daughter a pizza and cleaning up. I don't look. Don't judge nothing. Okay. Don't judge nothing because it is what it is. Okay. A house is to be lived in. Don't be judging. Don't fucking judge. Don't judge nothing. Let me move. I gotta make some room for this stuff. A kitchen when you cook multiple times a day, it is never clean. It is never clean. So I got several topics today to cover. Several topics. Y'all feel free to weigh in at any time. And if you decide you want to pull up, I'll see how long. I know people, it's Friday night. Sometimes people are busy. I just figured I'd do a panel stream for fun. It's cold outside and shit. Oh, Lord, Mike Lowry. Let me get the hot water going. I got all these damn dishes. It's perfect time for a stream. Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Um, I can think people tend to come in, 5 to 10 minutes once the stream is going. That tends to be the case. But anyway, um, okay. So the topics that I thought to discuss and want to touch on a couple of things I didn't put on the what do you call the thing? The picture thing. The picture that's good. I didn't put on there. Briefly, I want to talk about the black dude. They claiming this black dude. He looks so fruity. I'm like, y'all really think he'll kill us with a pipe bomb? For real? Seriously? Like for real? For real? Y'all playing right? So I'm gonna talk about that briefly. And then I happen to be a ear hustler um, on this one channel. They were talking about domestic discipline. I said, what? Domestic discipline? I'm familiar with the term. And there was this guy, I think his name is Yankee or some shit. And he proceeded to explain how he feels like women are like children and need to be disciplined. I said, "Ooh, that's a very interesting topic. Very interesting topic." Okay. Hey, Mahogany. He said, "I'm still running around, but I will listen." Cool, cool. I appreciate you. So I'm doing this um, open topic, open panel. So all are welcome at any time. Y'all just put in the chat if anybody pulls up and want to join me. People can come, cuss me out, talk shit. I don't even care. It's cool. But I'm just chilling. I'm about to make me a white Russian in a minute. Okay, the water is warm. Let me clean this nasty ass stove off. Let me do that first. And then I want to briefly, I'm gonna talk about the awards and Clue and his mistress. I gotta talk about that shit. Clue crashed the fuck out last night. I gotta speak on it. That shit is hilarious. That shit is hilarious. So yeah, I'm not gonna roast him, but I'm gonna talk about that briefly. And then what's the other topics? Oh yeah, the Somalis. Boy, they catching hell. They motherfucking catching hell. You hear me? The motherfucking Somalis catching hell. I'm not gonna get into all the politics of it, but I'm just gonna briefly talk about the irony of what they gonna do. That's my question. What you gonna do? And then also I thought about the alter ego because we all have different sides of ourselves, and some people see some sides and some people don't. You don't show all sides of yourself to everybody. And a lot of us have alter egos, and so I think that's worth talking about. They say Beyonce got what is it, Sasha Fierce or some shit. I'm not a Beyonce fan. I ain't got no problem with the chick. I'm not into her music. So anyway, so those are a couple of topics that I had thought about, and I just finished watching Candace Owens. Boy, Candace Owens and what's his name, Nick Fuentes. They got the whole damn world by the balls. You hear me? They got them by the balls. Okay, they got everybody by the balls. Everybody's scared of them too. Something about social media influence and a microphone, ain't it though? But anyway, so let me see. I'm not gonna get the white Russian at this moment. I'm gonna wait till I finish cleaning the stove off, and then I'm gonna proceed to make a pizza for my daughter. That's what I'm gonna do. Let me clean these off while I'm at it. Look at the chicken stock. Yeah, I'm gonna clean this off real quick. Hello, hello. Whoever's in the chat, hello. Not in the chat, in the clouds. In the clouds. But anyway, um, I'll clean these off real quick. Be pulling sugar all day. So anyhow, so the first thing is this. Yesterday was funny. I was entertained. I ain't gonna lie. They had the awards. What is it called? The Niggaverse Awards. That shit was funny. And uh, I thought Gabe was funny. Gabe came up there and he did a Kanye. That shit was hilarious to me. And I thought that was funny too. Mela, she pulled up. John, the analyst, pulled up. Several people pulled up. And I was surprised that Nate didn't come. And what's his name? Jalen. Jalen was laying low, like he was trying to be humble and shit. That was out of character. And he told he kind of rejected his award if you think about it, because Jalen said, "What did he say? I'm not special. I'm not a special person, Negro. You super special. I don't know who told you you wasn't special. Your ass is special, Negro. You need to just go ahead and accept it. Ain't nothing wrong with being special. God made us all special in our own way. Yours is just kind of unique. But anyway, so the Niggaverse Awards was fun. It was funny. It was cute. Um, Seeing people who thinks what, and then also get introduced to new content creators. Some of these people I've never heard of. I don't know who they are. I didn't know. I thought Chat Mafia was just like a little fucking meme or something, like a coffee cup. Am I wrong? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know Chat Mafia was an actual, like, for real group or something. But apparently it is. Because they were talking about a Chat Mafia of women. I was like, women? What y'all talking about? So anyway, the Niggaverse Awards was fun. And I think it did become a little competitive for some people. Because as everybody knows, Miss Toya, pick me Toya, thirsty, moist mouth, tongue flicking Toya. She had her ass over on her channel trying to drum up some support among a bunch of incels, because clearly none of the people that voted for her were probably in the Niggaverse. She had to go find people on the outside to sympathize and help her get her little. So it's a manipulated. Let me say that. It's manipulated. It's manipulated. That's a totally manipulated thing that she did. That wasn't organic and it wasn't authentic. It was totally manipulated. Go get outsiders and be like, hey, you don't know anything about this, but just participate. Vote for me so I don't have to be the last one. Totally manipulation. So it's kind of like, she didn't win anyway, but I wouldn't consider that counting. That's just me personally. I wouldn't consider that like an authentic score. I think she wanted to fulfill her own, what do you call it? Her own fantasy of being highly desired, online at least. She wanted to fulfill, you see that? My earplugs come off. She wanted to fulfill her desire of her fantasy of being a desirable woman. So she had to make sure she wasn't last. And she put a lot of effort into it. She really cared. That's the problem. That's the problem with not being grounded in reality. So she had to do that. She had to go find some people to vote for her because she was feeling low about being last. You know, I guess she told herself she was the best among black women, and to find yourself in last place and not really picked, it just wasn't gelling well for her. So she went over there and she did her whole goddamn campaign. Good for you, girl. Glad it meant so much to you. You still didn't win, so hey, that says a lot. She tried to move herself. I mean, imagine if every woman did that. She still would be last. Nobody's gonna do that. It's just a joke. It's just play. It's not real. Hey, cynical. Hey, what's going on? How are you? I'm just cleaning up, doing a open panel for anybody who wants to pull up, talk shit, cuss me out, whatever they want to do. I don't even give a damn. But anyway, where's my I need my cup. I got a particular cup I use for my where's my damn cup? I got a particular cup. Oh, it must be upstairs. Damn it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do a different cup. Should we do a chalice? Shall we do a chalice? Hmm. Why not? Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. Let me see here. Yeah. So I will pull in my ice. But anyway, so that was that. And then, y'all, let me tell y'all about Clue. Let me tell y'all about Clue. How about Clue, sorry ass? Before the Niggaverse Awards is over, how about Clue that struck up alive? Clue. Clue struck up alive, y'all. He struck up alive. He had been satisfied with the conversation that morning because me and Mahogany ended up on the same stream on her channel, and she was looking for Clue because he was betraying. He always betraying. He always betraying, and it just happened to be that Clue was on my shit list at the moment, and so I had been, you know, harassing his ass, talking shit, trying to get a trigger out of him, but he wasn't taking the bait. And trust me, if I could act up the way I want to, I could have got a response from him. But I'm living it, you know what I mean? I learned my lesson about turning the fuck up all the way on YouTube. That'll get you got. You get lost. You be done. You can't last long. So what I could do to turn up, I can't do. It ain't a matter of will. It's a matter of can't. So I would say I had to tune it down. And because I had to tune it down, I couldn't get him to respond. So with that being said, he was unresponsive. So I was delighted when I happened to pop up on Mahogany's channel and find out that Clue, she was looking for him too. Yeah. And so Mahogany and I proceeded to have a conversation about him. And just for the troll of it, I put his picture of his raising. I didn't know that was his ex-wife. I didn't know. I put her picture up there. It wasn't about him. It was about showing her and talking about her ass. Because he should feel some kind of guilt or shame having, got a woman like, shoot, what is that, twice looking his age? That's crazy. She looked literally twice his age. She looked old as fuck. And so that's what I decided I wanted to go in on. Because that shit is crazy. Okay. I got too many damn dishes in the way. I got to clean up before I cook again. So anyway, excuse me. But yeah, so what happened was we left the niggaverse. He was fine, y'all. He was fine earlier. All was well. He talking about I love you, Mahogany. I don't love you, May. He's like, I'm sorry for what I said. I said, okay. So we're gonna have a brand new start. All right, Clue. That's cool. We go, oh, somebody's here. Ooh. Let me see. Let me see who's here. Let me see. Add to the hey lady.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about
good. I
you?
wish I'm doing good, girl. My back hurt. I had a long day at work. But you want to hear a funny joke, and then I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. But you
Okay.
remember how Clue kept on saying YouTube is not her life. She has a life. She has a life.
Uh-huh.
Well, there's a lot of people that I watch from the cloud, and guess who was right there in the chat room? Guess who is in almost all these men's chat room, almost all the time, whether she's sick or not.
Toya.
You know it, girl. You know it. But I thought, according to Clue, our life is YouTube. She's got better things to do, but our life is YouTube.
No, I know that's a lie. I know that's a lie. He's just trying to make her feel good. I know that's a
And
lie. Cause it's some people in I understand now. Cause like Shaka Nulu, he be I don't not even subscribe to like half of the shit. He's not even half. He be a
uh-huh.
old school. He been here for a long time. But
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like guaranteed. He's a consistent person in the chat. Shaka Nulu. You know what I'm saying? Free zone. It's certain people, and I mean, I think it might just be that some people they have the luxury. Gabe be on the line a lot too, and we don't cross spaces. All of us don't always cross spaces, but a lot of us have the luxury of being able to, I
But
guess you say, stick and move. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but get this, man. Get this.
But
The
we don't
same
miss a
people
beat. We still live in life. You know what I'm saying? We still live in life,
that
huh?
May, the same people who say we're online all the time are watch. How do you know we're online all the time? You must be watching us, meaning your ass must be online all the time.
Right.
See what I'm saying? It's hilarious to me. It's
It
hilarious.
is. I told them that yesterday when they was talking about, yeah, y'all online, all y'all or something. Some people were saying in the chat, yeah, I think Shakanulu was saying that y'all are
Yeah,
online
he
all the
said it.
time. I
He
was
said
like,
that.
dude, yeah, you saw him say that. I was like,
Child.
dude, you're always online. Come on now, be serious.
Well, the thing of it is, somebody told me a long time ago the only way people know that you're online is if they're online watching you be online.
Right. I
So
catch
anyway,
people sometimes. I do catch people sometimes in the, what do you call it, in the replay, but
uh-huh.
but still, you still had to be there, at whether it was late or not, you still had to be there to know that person was there. You know what I'm
Girl,
saying?
I don't give a damn what these damn people say because I work several hours. There's no way I could be online and I work the hours I work. I'm on here when I'm
Right.
on here, and apparently your ass is on here watching me be on here. So
That's what it
they
is. That's what
they
it
cannot
is.
shame me. They cannot shame me, girl. And
Right.
girl, I really touched people's soul, honey, when I started talking that scriptures. They was in the chat room calling me fake, honey. The fact is, my belief is my belief. It might not be for you, but if I believe it protects me, then that's my belief. I believe that I needed protection, honey. And so I came up there with my shield, honey. I came up there with my shield of God. So you don't have to believe in it, honey. I know I'm gonna stay protected. But it's funny to me how people are so offended by stuff, but they're not offended by people doing rotten things to other people. It's
Right.
weird.
Right. But I think most everybody that was there last night, they wanted a shit show. You know what I'm saying? They were there for a shit show. They
Yeah,
don't sit there and act all that self righteous bullshit. They in the clouds making jokes, laughing and talking shit. They like that shit. They stayed. You see, they didn't go nowhere.
and you were right. Clue took it. Clue took it down. He took it down.
He took it down. Why he take it down? He should have left it up. Stand on your shit.
Probably, probably because of the N word and all the stuff. How bad he was acting over there.
Damn, now I'm gonna have to make post about it, and my post's gonna be empty. He should stand. I'm gonna see now. I gotta troll him. Why don't you stand on your niggers, nigger? Why you can't stand on it, bruh? You sung niggas all night. Why you can't?
So disappointed in Clue. I thought Clue was better than that. I'm so disappointed.
Why are you disappointed? You can see Mahogany. You gotta have lowered expectations. Lowered expectations. That's
Yeah.
why. That's why I can't get mad with some people because I really don't expect nothing from him. Clue showed me he was a trickster. He's what I call a trickster. He's a troll,
Mm.
but he's a trickster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a trickster. He can change depending on the present company.
Oh yeah,
He,
yeah,
he,
but I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm good on it. I'm really good because even honestly, just talking about her drains my energy. And I'm, oh, let me just call out a few things though while I'm over here with you. And people,
Go ahead, you got it.
well, and people use their head. So I listen to people very well, and I break things down. She said, "Oh, something." She kept on mentioning that it happened 3 years ago, and she tried to make it seem because she even said, "Oh, you've been on a rampage for 3 years." But girl, when I was on tourism show, that wasn't 3 years ago. That was a few months ago. That was about 6 months ago. And then you did it
Okay.
again on somebody else's show, and then you did it again on Aunt T's show about less than a year ago, and then you did it again. Like, girl, stop it! You've been taking little jabs over time. Okay. So, I'm glad it happened because I got to clear a lot of things out, but I've been over her. And one thing I'm not going to do is let her paint this scenario, which, a lot of these niggas are a lot of niggas on here are slow man. So they won't take the time to actually break stuff down. They already don't like me because I got a big mouth. A lot of the females already don't like me for whatever godful reason because I don't understand. So I'm gonna just do me. I wasn't thinking about her anyway, so I'm gonna finish doing my celebrity news and all the stuff that I've been working on. Because she's just gonna play victim to the day she died.
What's up, V Dub? Yeah, I mean, it
Yeah,
was clear. It was clear that she just was not gonna own up. And
right.
I was, I know you were getting angry, but I was getting amused how she was. I want to take personal responsibility, and I was like, why are you whispering? What's this whispering bitch shit you doing? I was calling her out in live time. She was having a hard time keeping her mask on. I'm calling her out in live time, and I'm just like, you're so fake. And I'm glad in that moment when she said that part about, but I'm not yelling. I was like, see, there we go. There you go. That's the type
Yeah,
of
there
shit we're
was
talking
so
about right there.
And with her, you have to listen to every word because she's very particular and she knows how to. Oh, girl, she's so good. But I'm over it. And now I'm glad. I wanted to thank you because now I do kind of see a little bit clearer with the flu situation. And it was I'll tell you what tickled me how proud he was of that picture. He was so proud of that picture. Oh dear God.
Why you think
Oh
I
dear.
asked the question? Why you think I asked the question? I said, let's talk about that picture. Let's talk about it. And I was hoping he had enough drinks that he'd come clean. That's what I really wanted him to do. You get folks a little drink, they get real, honest and shit.
And I want to tell you something else, May.
But hold on about that picture. Hold on about that picture real quick. Let's finish that part. I have a feeling because if she had a man, he claims she got a man. If she had a real man, she in
Mhm,
her life, and she's supposed to be the submissive. She have to go and
mhm,
baby, is it okay if I do so and so? She admitted it was her, and she was on her way to see a friend, and it was Clue, and they made arrangements, and she was the initiator. That ain't
mhm.
nothing but thirst. She came
Girl,
in person,
you know
huh?
that. You know that, but listen to this, man. The
Uh huh.
ex roguish, or I guess he the ex roguish. Why he went live talking about religion and kind of falsifying religion. I have no clue. Like those two, it's a weird relationship they got. Like I said, she can act a fool, and he'll just defend her, defend her, defend her. So, um,
But he don't want it, so I guess it doesn't matter. He don't want it.
but yeah, well, she took that picture with Clue all hugged up. She took a similar picture. I can post it for you if you want to see it. All right, I'll just send you his channel. But they took a picture a month ago, her and the ex, the same type of picture with like their heads touching and shit like that. I'm like, oh wow, we just all hugged up with everybody. Okay,
Now I do think that people network. You had mentioned that. People do network.
yeah,
People have
but
meetups.
meanwhile,
No, but you say that. But the thing is, a person who's like her, she just wants to meet these random men online from the manosphere. That's different. That's way different than people having common interests and networking about business or some other interests. Like if we're in, say I do
right,
scuba diving and we decide to do a scuba diving thing because we do videos about scuba diving. That's totally different. She is trying to make her rounds in person. That's how deep she is in YouTube. You see what I'm saying? She's that deep. She listed off about 4 or 5 men that she's met. That's not a big deal. I met up with so and so and so. I'm like, ooh, girl, you deep in YouTube. Meeting up with random men. Mm.
well. and I made a comment that when I met, because even when I met BMT, my we weren't alone. His wife was there, and then one time we ran into each other at his wife was there every time. There was one time we did a video together, and then his wife was there afterwards, and we did the video. We were out in the public, and then I don't
But
mind.
didn't you say that y'all live in the same place?
Yeah, so that's how one time it actually happened on live stream. I was at the grocery store and he was there and he was on live. That was real funny because what are the
Child,
odds?
that's totally different than you trying to make arrangements for men who are truckers to meet you in random places around America. That's totally fucking different. That's totally fucking different.
But no, something that you just said, seriously. She just took a picture with the ex. I think he's the ex, Rogish, last month. And I just wonder, I don't know, because I
She
know
getting
my
passed around. Everybody gets some toy. That's why I told y'all that flicking tongue. Y'all think I'm playing about that moist damn flickering tongue. Y'all think I'm playing.
girl,
That
girl,
girl getting
girl,
passed around. She getting passed around.
me.
She is. I'm not lying. You don't remember
I'll
when you was in
tell
school? They had a sluts in school. You don't remember that? They had
you,
sluts, and and all the guys would kind of look at them, and everybody knew something was going on. But they had like a little bit of an honor code where they wouldn't all say, "Yeah, we all fucking this chick," because we're gonna
yeah.
keep getting it, And it's eventually loose lips sink ships. Eventually,
Yeah, that,
somebody, and then everybody tell it. I got some too, man. And then the women find out. Then the women find out, and then they like, oh, you a pass around. She a secret
girl.
slut. She a secret slut. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, the secret, I think the secret been out, but like I said, she's draining, man. It's like some people, it's just like hopeless. So I'm cool. I'm very cool. I'm just sitting here chilling, honey. But I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure I say hello to you and honestly let you know. This might sound
Hmm.
funny, but me and you make a really good team. Like I enjoy talking to you so much. I
I
do.
agree.
Don't you enjoy us? Don't you enjoy us? Yeah.
Yes, I do. Absolutely. That should be funny. It's
Yeah,
fun.
girl, I had a good time. I went back and I don't really listen to my videos a lot going back. Sometimes I do, but I don't always do it. And I laughed so hard. There was some stuff you were saying that I guess because I was so busy messing with the chat that I probably didn't hear. And then when I replayed it,
Oh,
I was laughing. I was laughing so hard. I said I almost choked laughing to it on the car. I
oh,
said,
wow. Wow. I was doing my best to tear Clue's ass up. I was doing my best, honey. I was like, let me get it for what it's worth, because he is getting on my last nerve with this
and
this
also the reason
betrayal.
I'm gonna say this too. The reason I think he took it down because people probably told him it looked bad, but also you can't be mad about a picture that's on your community tab public and still on your community tab and then be mad about people sharing it. I any picture I share other than my child, I got a picture right now of me and my boyfriend. If any of these people would have used a picture of me and my boyfriend, I would not care. I would not care.
Girl, he wasn't mad. He wasn't
Yeah.
mad. Let me tell you what Clue was really up to. Because you remember, and you recall just for the record, that he got off the panel. I love you, Mahogany. I don't love you, May. And something,
Mhm.
something. And, he walked away. He was in good spirits. He was just fine, right?
Mhm.
And all of a sudden, what, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, he got a problem again. Is
Right.
that
That
is
was
that not
weird.
some emotional male shit to be doing? Is it not?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't realize it, but when you said you think he was drinking, I agree because that's not normal. That's not normal.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait like a whole 12 hours, and then I'm gonna be hurt and upset. Dude, get
Mhm.
the fuck out of here. What are you playing with? That's why I told him. I said, this is not authentic. You just want some content. I'll play along,
Right.
no problem. I'll play along.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was fun. That was hilarious. I had a good time though.
It was. But you know what's funny is I have a feeling him and Truism. I've said this from day one. Them dudes got an obsession for black women, unhealthy. And I don't mean for hate. They do hate because that's all they can do.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But they
Yeah,
worry. They worry about black women. They just pick Keisha so they can have some. some, something to fuss about, but they actually worship. You hear me? Worship black women.
But let me tell you how
Clue was so happy last night because he had three black women on his panel. He was surrounded by black girl magic. Girl, I'm sure his dick was hard. He was in heaven. He was in a whole new state of mind. He was so happy. I'm
well,
telling you, that nigga was happy.
I know Clue likes black women. He told me that, so I know Clue likes black women. Now, as far as True, he ended up with that white. Excuse me, I'll go back to Clue. Clue ended up with the white woman. But he likes black women, and that happens. I know people that date and then they date out, and
The
whatever.
only reason why Clue probably ended up with a white woman is because he's corny. He
Mm,
corny. I'm just being honest. He's corny. I like
well, I mean,
smart,
I've never
corny
seen
men. Huh?
what black man yells out nigger nigger, like, forgive me, but who does that? That's weird. That's not normal black man stuff, you know.
Well, that's part of his alter ego. He had to create a character. He had to create a character online. So I think that's just him creating a character. He's a trucker girl. How could he be a coon? A real coon? A real coon. Those are moneyed men. Those are dudes that go to like, I'm talking about real coons. And if you call them a coon, they'd be offended. Um,
Hmm.
these are men who go to, what do you call them places where you play golf? Country. They
Um,
belong to country. They belong to
oh,
country
country
clubs.
club. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Real coons belong to country clubs. Real coons don't know any black people. They live far away from any, and I'm talking about upper echelon. I know some coons, okay, and we had this place called Greene County here in
Hmm.
Georgia, and the only black people or men who are there are straight up coons, and the houses there are multi-million-dollar houses, and it's set on a private landscape. It's a whole organized, what do you call it? It's a whole organized community. They actually have uh, automatic maid staff, and the maids drive around in golf carts throughout the community. People all drive golf carts just for fun. They're all retired or so money they don't have to work. I've had engagements with coons. There was a guy who had a nonprofit, very wealthy guy, and he said, "Y'all want to come to my place in Greene County? And it's called Plantation something." And I went, and that's when I really got exposure to a real coon, like a grown ass coon. I knew coons growing up because I was friends with the kids of the coons. You know what I'm saying? You hear me, Mahogany? Hello, Mahogany, you
May I'm
there?
here, but give me a second. I gotta go somewhere. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay, sure, sure. But yeah, I went to school with kids of coons, and I so I know real coons. I know what they look like. I know how they move. So my point is that somebody like Clue, he's so far away. He couldn't be a coon if he wanted to. He couldn't be a coon if he wanted to. Coons don't even engage. They probably don't have one black person they know. Most of them. They real deep in whiteness. They don't even. I think like Clarence Thomas type shit. But real coons, they use coons. They're usually generational. Most of the time, they're generational. They're generational coons. Their daddy was like that. Their great grandfather was like that. So these are just actors. These are actors. They're not sincere. They playing characters, and that's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with cosplaying. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But don't expect nobody to believe it. And I've said that
May
before. I've told. Yeah.
Oh,
What's up?
I'm sorry. I just wanted you to know I was back. I'll probably hop back up here. I gotta go drop off my son somewhere. But I wanted to say, as far as truism is a lot. There's a lot of men like truism. I think hood conservative is the same way. That you're right. They have an obsession with black women, but it's an unhealthy obsession, like you said, and it's a lot of it's jealousy. And let me tell you how dumb truism, particularly, I found him very dumb and slow. Because he could not, when like that video I had where all of us were up there, Virgo Assassin, China White, Up the Unicorn, me. He was so focused on our color. I mean, he was literally struggling to say we were unattractive, but obviously he was saying that we were unattractive. But my point is, Um, he's so dumb. Like he can't tell classy women from a trashy woman. I don't think he values women at all for other than sex. He's stuck in a marriage, probably not getting any sex, and if he's getting sex, he's not attracted to the woman he's getting sex. He's just a miserable jackass of a man, and just out here spewing his hate all over black women that he wish he could be in bed with. And honestly, if I was a white woman married to a man like that, I would feel so bad that knowing that my husband goes to bed dreaming about women like Mahogany Roots and May, dreaming about women like China White and Bourbon Assassin and Uppity Unicorn. He's dreaming about black women every fucking night, but laying in the bed next to me and then getting on the internet for hours talking about us because he really wants to be with us.
He can't.
It would fuck me up. Yeah, go ahead. Go
Right.
ahead.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would you? If you have first and foremost common sense, this is why I know this shit is bullshit. Because first and foremost, you have different classes of women. You know what I'm saying? All women are
Yeah,
not alike, and
right.
they act like the default is this really ghetto, crazy baby mama. That's just dumb. Any man, any culture, there's always going to be throwaway or crazy women. You just stay away from them. What's up, Woo? Hey, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying? It's
boo.
always going to be crazy people you just stay away from. So why do you decide to focus on the shit that in any normal culture you would just say that exists, but I'm ignoring that because that's not for me. So the fact that they are focused on that, it's just them trying to create an excuse to have something to complain about. In reality, they have a desire for a quality black woman, but they do not qualify. That's all it is. Because
Right.
if I was, you gotta ask yourself, why do you have a channel dedicated to the lowest rung of black women? And he never talks about this is how you pick a good white woman. This is how you take care of a good white woman. He has no focus on white women. And what do we understand when it comes to energy? You get more of what you give attention to. Why are you giving attention to what you don't want? Because you want that shit. You want that shit.
Ooh, May, let's talk about real quickly before I go, girl. Let me
Uh,
get this out. Can you hear me?
yeah, I'm here. Listen, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Let's talk about Markella, honey. Markella, redneck ass. Honey, let me talk about Markella. Markella brought her redneck trailer park ass up there, honey. Thought she was gonna prove that she was his white queen or whatever, and she was gonna shame us black women. But
Mm-hmm.
let me say this because if you play this part for Markella. Let Markella know that she looked like trash up there. She looked like white trash up there because she's sitting up there with a black man that don't have no respect for himself or the black women that are up there. And the fact that she's willing to be on that panel and she had nothing to say to you while you were saying the N word with the hard ER over and over. She had no problem with it. She didn't hop down. She didn't say, okay, cool. If you don't stop saying that word, I'm going to leave. Me and May left because we had a problem with the word. But you notice Markella, trashy ass, honey. Markella was so happy to see a black man attacking
Yep.
black women. She sat her
Mm-hmm.
happy white ass right. And
She
that,
sure
let me tell
did.
you real quick, mate, before because I'm
No,
gonna go
I'm
too
not
long.
interrupting you. Go ahead. I'm listening. I'm
But
enjoying it. Go
you
ahead.
notice how nice I was to her. Oh yes, I was super nice to Miss Markella, honey, because Miss Markella, this all she got, honey. Miss Markella was probably sitting in that trailer on her second pack of cigarettes, honey. You could hear it in her throat. You with a bear can on the right, with a bear can on one side and an empty whiskey bottle on the other side. Mad at me and you because we look better. She got an old picture from look like probably from 10, 20 years ago because I saw her name was Marquetta or Marquella 1976. So that bitch was older than me. So that picture you showed was not you, Marquella, whatever the hell your name is. But Marquella, if you watch this, if Clue, if you play this for her, let Marquella know that she needs to sit her little white ass down and stay out of black folks' business. Because if she tried this in real life, she's bound to get her ass beat. And I'm gonna leave it at
Mm-hmm.
that. I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay.
But
But
you
Marquetta,
saw you saw we ended up unleashing on her ass at one point. We started calling it trailer park and all kind of shit. She started trying to get offended.
let me tell you something before I go. See, the picture, Clues, woman. I said I wouldn't talk about her, but I knew her.
That bitch
I
need to be talked about.
let me tell you, I knew her. She used to tag me and Nate. I met Clue at Nate, Little Big Nate's channel. And that's how we met. We used to go back at each other at the chat. The point is that Vinny lady and the other white women, they love to sit back and watch men tear up black women. But I'm gonna tell you, Marquella, and Vinny, and all you other heifers out there, pale face heifers. What y'all need to understand, instead of jumping up there, amen, and them, what you need to ask yourself is, oh, this man says he wants you, right? But he's sitting up there
Hmm.
talking about me. He talking about me every day for 24 hours. You
I
need to
bet he ain't
ask
struck. Look,
yourself,
look. I bet he ain't struck up no live about talking about Markella or concerned about Markella.
right? Hello, hello, Marquella, baby, sit your ass down. Sit your pale ass down, bitch.
She tried it. She tried it. She tried it.
Girl,
But
yeah, girl. So I started to tell her to stick a cigarette in her mouth and shut the fuck up, honey. Stay out of black people business, honey. Sit your white ass down, honey.
what
You
she say?
against
I don't see color. I don't see bitch. I say, oh my god.
to
I say,
tell
here
her to
go
sit
another
down.
one. Here go another idiot.
People do that stupid shit. And I hate it even more when black people do it. I just think it's the most ignorant shit on the planet. I don't know what planet you living on, honey, but the one I live in is very unjust, and they make it very obvious that they feel like they're better than us. They do that every fucking day. Look at the police. Look at the prison system. Look at how
Right.
everything's ran. You know, child, shut your ass
Hmm.
up. You see color, you wake up see. That's why you over here in a black man's channel and not a black woman's channel, bitch, because you see color. Shut your ass up.
But
Um,
child, I'm telling you, it's something about that picture. Clue was too. He was too proud of that damn picture with Toya. I'm
what?
telling you, it's something to it. It's something to it.
No, I'm gonna tell you, I think what it is. I don't know why. Maybe it's taken him a long time to get with a woman. What he's going through, and so maybe he's looking into being with her. I don't know, but he might as well give it up. He gonna have to get at the end of the line, honey. Get in the line, nigga. Because it's a long one, honey. You might want to go try your hand somewhere else, honey, because you be waiting on her. You're gonna be waiting for a long time. She need to make up her mind. Like I said, she's had her choice of men on YouTube, and she needs to choose somebody. I think she needs to choose somebody off of YouTube and go ahead and settle down and get her hot ass off of YouTube. Get a
I
man, bitch.
think. I don't think that. I was looking at her little cheeks. She lost weight, but she got these little. What's that dog? There's that
Chubby
dog.
cheek, chubby cheek.
What is it?
Oh, I was saying, yeah, she got them little chubby cheeks, girl.
Yeah, they hanging down. There's a little dog. I forgot his name is Droopy or some shit. And
Snoopy.
at first, I put in the chat. I said she looked like a Muppet. That's what I was thinking at first. She kind of looked like a Muppet, some kind of little, little animal or some shit. But it kind of looked like a chipmunk too. So she probably need to do
Mm,
some face exercises so it can match her body. Her body is like skinny, and her face is kind of, I don't know, extra meat or something. I don't know. But
girl.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I just don't think Toya. I think she's a femcel. Can I be honest? I
No,
think she's a
no,
femcel.
she's getting penis. She's getting too much penis, so she don't know what to do with. She losing her mind. She getting
No,
penis. I'm gonna
no.
tell you that. You
She
don't think
getting
she getting
pink. No, no, no. Listen, getting fucked is one thing. Anybody can get fucked. Anybody can get fucked. I'm talking about your ability to have that je ne sais quoi, that feminine characteristic, that creative energy that men are attracted to. You inspire and you keep a man wanting more and more. And he doesn't want to let you go. He wants to keep you, hold you. He obsesses about you. He wants to consume you. He wants to have you. She ain't got that. She ain't got that.
Oh, oh.
That's the part. She ain't got that. That's what I'm
No,
saying. I
I
think.
never. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
I
Go ahead.
never. I don't know. I've never given her too much thought. I see her little thirsty pictures up there or whatever, so she knows how to turn up the sex appeal. But she is kind of dry and stale, if you ask me.
She's kind of late. Okay, she's kind of late, and, and and that ain't by accident. So I just don't. This is just me. You have your opinion. I respect it, but I just have a feeling she's just not one of those type of women that men want to keep. She might want to be kept, but men don't want to keep her. They kind of want to taste it, see what it is, and throw it away. That's what I think.
Well, like we man, like we talked about. men watch, like my man watches me, and if he sees me up in other people men's face, he gonna have a huge problem. What man wants to deal with that? Men don't like shit like that. Worried about you and what man face you in all the time.
Woo, we talking about Toya. I'm sorry, I just now looked at the chat. We talking about old raggedy, thirsty ass Toya. It was a whole heap of shit that went on last night. Me and Mahogany and her, we just kind of were over on Clue's channel because he was pretending to be so fucking hurt. He was over there, Mahogany, Mahogany. Why did you allow this? Girl, did you see how he was trying to run you down? Did you see that shit?
Yeah, and that's why I said, let me just go get May because you have an issue with May. So let me go get May because you actually, trust me, I was just tired of through child and kept on asking me the same question over and over and over. I was like, damn, I already asked you this question. Shit.
I'm telling you, girl, that dude, I don't care what he say. He probably put that shit on private and he gonna watch it over and over. He loves black women because he is always chasing. He be at Bomb Cherry. He always want to be in spaces talking about. He's obsessed about black women. The only reason why he got that raisin picture up there is because he's thinking that this proves, yeah, I don't want you black bitches. That's what that's supposed to do. So that's why he was so hurt that I
Well,
actually
he
took the
already
shit
got
and that's why he was hurt that I weaponized that picture and made fun of it because that was supposed to be his badge of honor. Look, I got a white woman. I'm like, ooh, that's a raggedy ass white woman.
child, I've been tore his ass out the frame about that woman before. Like I said, me and him used to go back and forth a while, and I knew who she was. I don't know if she still got a channel, but she had a channel. And like I said, she used to attack me when I was over at Nate's show. And then one day, Clue said that's his girl. So that's when I started not stalking her channel, but that's when I looked her ass up. And when I saw her, I said, "Are you serious?" I said, "Lord have mercy."
Yeah, is that the British lady
I don't know if she's British or not, but she used to be in Nate's channel all the time talking shit to me. So I would talk
talking
shit to
what?
her. Shit to me. I think her name's Vinny or something like that. Something like that. Vinny or
Mm.
Vinny or if I hear the name, I'll know. Because there was
Is it
two
like
white.
Lady V or Miss V or something like that?
Yeah, yeah. There was another bitch too. Nate had two white bitches over there fucking with me. And he used to just laugh. And I would laugh too because I said to myself, Nate don't want y'all hoes. Y'all can sit up here and cyber suck his penis all he want. Nate want a black woman. He don't want y'all heifers. So y'all can hit. He know I didn't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn, honey. And I need to call him and check on him and see how he's doing.
So that ex girlfriend that's in that picture, she ain't dead, is she?
No, I think they just don't go together anymore.
What? She wasn't submissive and perfect enough as a white woman? How could you not work it out with a white woman? How could that possibly go wrong? There's no way. They're so perfect.
Child, I don't know what happened now, but yeah,
Okay, I
child.
just wanted to make sure she wasn't dead because he was acting. I did say that. I said, let me ask Mahogany is this woman dead because he was literally just like crying. Mahogany, why did you allow this? Why did you let her use my picture? And I'm like, dude, you put the picture up.
Sweetie, that woman ain't dead, honey. She in another black man chat room, honey, somewhere right now in another black man chat room talking shit to black women. She is not dead.
Okay,
She probably
okay.
you know where she used to be? She used to be over there with SKC ass too. The other coons over there. She used to be over there with SKC.
Ambassador. Hey, what's up, Ambassador?
Hey, I
What's up?
can't see y'all, but what's up everybody in the chat? I can't see, but
Yeah,
hey. Well,
yeah.
I,
Yeah,
I
honey, that
enjoyed
was
it.
fun. That was fun. I had a
It
good ass
was
time.
me
But do you
too. Me
know? Do you
too.
know that? Do you know that Clue weighed 27? He did a stream right after that one. He just couldn't let go of that black girl magic.
Really? What did he say?
Same shit, nigga, nigga, nigga. He just kept saying it. I think he
Oh,
needs a wellness check, Mahogany. I think he needs a wellness check. No, seriously, he needs a wellness check because I listened to the stream and I was like, "Is Clue live again?" And I don't know if he was hoping one of us was gonna come back. Why did he go back live? He was on there 27 minutes. How about, honey, the last 10 minutes of him being on that stream, he was dead silent. He ain't say shit. I think he
Lord.
fell into a drunken stupor and fell asleep. That's my guess.
Oh my God. So you really do drink like that? That's so sad to drink yourself like that. Oh God. How
He
did
was
you
drunk and
get
lonely. Girl, these niggas be lonely. Why Y'all be giving these dudes too much uh credit. A lot of these niggas be sitting around drinking a lot. That's why they think about it. All of them be having Red Bull and alcohol, like Kevin Samuels. They be trying to like medicate the sadness and the loneliness and the bad mistakes they made. That's the truth. A lot of
You
them
know,
dudes, and they be living alone. They ain't got nobody to cook, and that's why I notice people get mad when I talk about the hot plate line. That shit's real. You got dudes eating out of spam cans. Girl, they be eating sardines and crackers. They don't get nobody to cook for them no good food. You know how important it is to have touch in your life? A bitch just to run her hands across your damn neck. You understand? They suffering.
oh, oh yeah, trust me. We talked about this before, May. When you had your panel, we were talking about, the importance of affection.
Yes. That's why they angry. That's why they be drunk alone, talking shit.
Girl, you a mess, girl.
They be drunk and alone talking shit. And they be talking all that tough talking. And look, as soon as you flip the script on them, and you be like, talk to them. And do you know how that tone, women? We not finna do that. But if somebody would have talked to them in a certain tone, girl, them niggas will melt. That's all they want is some attention and affection. That's all they want. That's what all this manosphere bullshit is about. They just want a bitch to be nice to them. That's all.
Well, women, I've been nice to them and they still attack me. I think, I mean, I know you say that, but some of these dudes love, they're sick. They want to see black women get ripped apart on these panels. Um, oh, child.
But okay,
I do, I,
look at Green Gorilla. Green Gorilla got the fuck on from the manosphere, didn't he?
oh,
Right?
I know who he is, but I never listened to him.
Okay, well, Green Gorilla had a whole philosophy. He was running with BGS. I guarantee you. I asked BGS. I said, "What happened to Green Gorilla?" I used to debate Green Gorilla. I said, "What happened to Green Gorilla? What happened? Where he go?" Oh, well, the channel wasn't making no money and this and that. He got some bullshit excuse. Girl, I know what happened to Green Gorilla. Green
What?
Gorilla then made him a nice woman. You
Oh,
understand? I'm sure of it. I'm fucking sure of it. Because that nigga don't check in. He don't care. He gone. And the
damn.
level that he was at, dedicated and all that shit, he don't be on the channel. He ain't got no streams. He don't check in. He'll be like, "Hey guys, just here's a special delivery. I just wanted to add some more knowledge to the manosphere." Girl, he gone. He got pussy. He got titties. He got beauty in his face. He is not studying these niggas. And that's the thing. They
Oh,
said it. Yeah, these niggas is one. They just want a bitch to be nice to them. And when I say nice, you talking about kindness and basic. What's the word? You give them basic respect as a human. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking
mhm.
about they just want a woman to just touch their hand. You understand? With a
Oh, yeah.
possibility of more. You understand? They want somebody to stroke their ego and say something nice about them. I love the way you do so and so. Oh, you so interesting. I love hanging out with you. They want somebody to be invested and interested in their ass. That's the cure to the whole shit. That's the cure. Touch and genuine fucking companionship. These niggas will be done with this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Like I said, I think there's a mixture. There's a mixture of men on here. I've always said, I don't listen to the extreme stuff anymore. I'm too old, man. I can't take it. But
Right.
I do feel like you have that, and then you have good guys like Sub Zero, and then you have, LER is a real good one. He got married. And but then you do have the weirdos and the dangerous ones that I would never want them to be in a relationship because they'd probably be abusive to women. You do have those weirdos out there. I remember looking it up. Well, you can look it up now. Not just the black man's story, though. I will say this: a lot of the incidents with violence against women, they've been men that linked to the manosphere, but mostly the white manosphere. I will say that. But still, it's a mindset like you were talking about, listening to negativity all day. Then you got people that might not be wrapped too tight, being influenced. Yeah.
She
So
said not rap too tight.
well,
Right.
people people who mentally they're easily swayed. You can tell them to do anything and they'll do it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I had a good time picking that old clue. But
Oh,
yeah, he's funny. I mean I enjoy him to the extent that he can be enjoyed just because he's
yeah,
different. That motherfucker
yeah.
different, you know.
Yes,
And his little accent is corny. You know, he's got some. I like corny motherfuckers. They a little eccentric in their own way. I like that. But Clue got to understand one thing about Miss Mamie. I'm not the bitch to cross. That's all I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna turn up and act up. So he learned his lesson. I think he did a little bit. He might be back for round two.
well, he's been going to the other, I call it the other side. I've seen him on Sharon Gracie. Now he's on DJ Witchstalker. So I'm sure we'll see more of him on these panels. But I'm a girl because I'm tired as hell. I got to take this child to his dad's and I come back home and clean up. So I'm gonna go.
Okay.
But I'll be listening. If you're up when I get home, I'll come back. But I'll just
Okay.
listen to you.
I
Alrighty.
appreciate you. All right, lady. Have a good night.
You too. You too. Bye bye, sweetie.
All right, bye. So, hey y'all. Now I'm on the other side. I just finished the pizza. So now I'm on the other side. I gotta tackle these motherfucking dishes. This is fun. All this fun. Dishes. I got your pizza coming, Lou. It'll be coming soon. But anyway, so yeah, it's Friday night. So these are the topics that I came up with. Anybody got some predictions? You want to pull up? Feel free. I'm just doing a little chill stream, just a chill stream while I got my White Russian going, and I just figure, whoever want to pull up can pull up, and we can discuss. But I that's the topics that I had. Y'all can see on the I can't never remember the picture. The picture. I got I got a little White Russian in my system, so my memory gets hazy. But the little photo thing. So alter egos. That's one of the topics, and then the other topic. I don't want to talk about no dusty ass Somalians no more. I'm tired of them. The other topic is predictions for 2026. What do y'all predict for 2026? And the other topic, I happen let me explain this topic. I happened to run across DJ Hamp's channel. He's a married man, but he's kind of like a neutral Sharon, I guess you would say, a more neutral Sharon, more I guess focused on men and men's opinions, but he's not a misogynist in my opinion. And they had a conversation, and I think that guy's name was Lake or Kiye or some bullshit. He said that he believes in domestic discipline. I said, what? And I listened to him. And one thing I don't like about panels, y'all. One thing I don't like about panels, and maybe I'm a snob. Maybe I'm a snob. But I hate when they put women who mostly just kind of like mediocre ass women. They're not particularly articulate. They're not particularly intelligent. I hate when they put some lame ass bitches on panels, particularly black women. And then you have somebody say something crazy, and whatever they say, it doesn't like have any critical thought behind it. They just have no depth. I can't stand that about panels. So that's why I'm not a panel person. As far as watching channels with panels, I can't do it because I lose patience watching black women fumble the fucking ball. As a black woman, if you're up there to present black women opinions, be fucking intelligent. Don't be a dummy sitting up there stuttering and shit. You can't get one fucking cognizant sentence out. Like, don't do that. And so I was kind of a little disappointed because I'm not saying that the two women or three women that was up there was dumb, but they just were not able to make any points. And dude was not doing no somersaults. He wasn't doing that fancy, okay? He was not doing anything fancy. And he said crazy shit, and they could not really have any good responses. And I was just like, wow. And I felt like this topic needed, some level of depth to it. the implications of society. What does that mean? How are children supposed to interpret that? Are we going backwards? Are we going forward? I think there was just so many layers of conversation that could be had, and they was just on the surface. And so that's why I can't do panels because they just be talking dumb. And I think these are women who have channels and they hope to be famous or something, but they don't have talent. That's my guess because they just be sitting up there dumbfounded. That's what I feel. You said, do Sharon have a channel? I think Sharon has a channel. Is that the pizza ready? I think Sharon does still have a channel. Okay, 2 more minutes on the pizza. I think he still got a channel, but I don't watch Sharon's channel. Because I don't like the pandering. I don't like the what is it? I don't like I don't like the setup that the default always is defend women at all costs. That's not a realistic world. And the fact that I ain't even finna get into the racial shit. You ain't that about black women when you sitting up there with a Russian, okay? You married a Russian, made two black baby mamas. You the wrong. I'm not trying to roast. I'm just telling y'all. You is not the dude that I'm gonna think is authentic because you always just take black women's side. That's pandering. You hoping to get some super chats. I mean, it's some more DJ Torch shit. I don't respect that. I don't respect it. You got to be balanced. Even if you're a man with a lot of women on your channel, you got to be balanced. Can't nobody respect that shit. But let me see where Ambassador wrote. But Ambassador wrote a whole bunch of shit. Let me see what he wrote. He says, shaking my head, May, the old man recently opened up about the Green Gorilla and said Green Gorilla's girlfriend got upset with him and made a false claim to the university he worked for and it cost him his job. What? Ambassador, pull up and tell me what you talking about. Pull up. Don't stay in the chat. Pull up. You my buddy. Your worldview is showing again with respect, of course. What worldview? What worldview? You want to defend men putting their hands on women? Is that what you're talking about? Or you talking about the idea that black women need to be intelligent when they speak? Which one? He a little sweet to me. We talking about sweet. Oh yeah. Sharon Bracelet, girl. He kind of flaming. I I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I like ultra masculine, rough, rugged niggas. That's me. You know. I ain't say thug, but I like absolutely masculine men. I don't like these little Twinkies and shit. These dudes be dressing all fashionable and shit. I don't need none of that. You know. I like a nigga to be scruffy. I want to feel like I'm with a damn man. I can't. If you're more manicured than me, that's a problem. He's definitely got that metrosexual Kevin Samuels vibe. You ain't lying. But I don't go over to Sharon's. I don't watch that. And then that Brownsville, I mean, Brownsville is so disgusting. He make me throw up in my mouth. That pandering. And then the fact is, okay, the pizza's ready. The fact is, they New York niggas, So everything they say, it just sounds to me. It sounds to me like they hustling. It sounds to me like they trying to sell some bullshit. It's not that I don't know. I'm prejudiced. The only person I like who's from New York is Brownsburg. He the only motherfucker I like from New York. The rest of oh shit. The rest of these people from New York ain't shit. I don't trust them, and I think they're hustlers. You know, they always sound like they're trying to sell some bullshit. So I don't. I'm on alert. As soon as I see somebody got a New York accent, I'm like, oh, here we go with the bullshit. And maybe that's my Southern prejudice. Maybe. Ambassador, you gonna pull up? Yes or no? Put something in the chat. You gonna pull up, Ambassador? Tell me what you think about domestic discipline. Tell me what you think about that. And I was thinking about that. What is the implications of domestic discipline? What does that mean for me as a woman to say, I give you permission to put your hands on me as a way of life? If you don't like what I have done, you can choke me out. I'm cool with it. Like, I guess you can just slap me across my face, push me down. I'm just saying, like, How do you sign up for that? I'm trying to figure this out. And maybe I should delve deeper into it. Maybe I should go to some, it seems to be these white Christian men that's promoting this shit. Maybe I need to see if they got a handbook on domestic discipline. Maybe there's a whole philosophy I'm unaware of. Sometimes I just have ignorance, you know? I don't know it all. And I haven't done any research. I just thought the topic was crazy. And the man who was saying it, if I'm honest, he had a southern accent and he sounded like he had a fourth grade reading level. So I was not really impressed with him as far as somebody who I feel like really did a lot of research and took a deep dive and really understood the topic to its, most complex level. Definitely not. He was speaking from like emotion. Man, let me tell you what he said. Man, if black women, if black women got hands put on them, they would respect men. The order would be back in the family. Men can't enforce their rules because they can't put hands on these women. What good is a rule if you can't enforce it? If you can't back it up? I said, oh my God. Oh my God. Are you serious? There's something called communication. There's something called being on the same accord. There's something called civility. Okay? And none of these extra brilliant black women who happen to be sitting on the damn panel had enough sense, good common sense, to bring those three possibilities up. Why would you want to be in a relationship with somebody you got to put hands on? That's my question. Disciplining children is different. You cannot possibly liken, and he did that. He likened the woman needs discipline like the child needs discipline. He likened women to children. And I think somebody did say that. They said, but she's an adult. It's not the same. That was it. That's what I'm saying. They were simple minded. You said, I'm sorry, I would love to, but I'm working on my matriarch, working for my matriarch. Oh, wow. Here we go with the gynocracy. I'm working for my matriarch right now. The assumption that the complaints that the manosphere have are not systemic issues. It's because men can't get none. That's what it is, Ambassador. It is that. It's not just the coochie, though. I tell you, brother, it's not the coochie. That's part of it. Let me tell you what men want. Let me tell you. They want a kind word. Do you know how deep and far a kind word goes? That's what they want. They want their own woman or some woman that they have access to give them a kind word. That's what they want. Say something nice to me, baby. What they say? Talk nice to me. Talk nice to me. That's what they want. They want somebody to encourage them, to feed their soul, to give them something, some excitement, something to look forward to. They want a thrill from a woman. And they want the possibility they can get thrilled again and again and again and again. You understand? They want to be thrilled. They want to be enticed. They want to be teased. They want to be strung along. Y'all have desires that are not being fulfilled in the manosphere. And you know what it is. You know it exists, but you can't access that. There's nothing in you that is triggered. I'm not talking about you, ambassador. You, as you said, you have a matriarch. But there's something in them that knows for a fact that other men are getting enticed and teased and squeezed and touched and rubbed and loved and depth and deep diving. You understand? They're getting affection. They're getting fed. You understand? Nipple to lip. That's what the fuck they want. Nipple to lip. I'm gonna call it that. That sums it up. Nipple to lip. Okay? They're getting fed. And they know they're fucking starving, okay? That's what the fuck is going on. And as long as they're starving, they're angry. What does a baby do when it's angry and it's not being fed? What does it do? They scream like hell. Ah! 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 There's something called a blue scream, a blue cry. You should look it up on YouTube. Look up blue cry. Blue cry. Look it up. Blue cry is a sound that comes from the depths of hell. You hear me? It's organic. The blue cry is a cry that comes from the depths of hell. And babies do blue cries. Babies do blue cries because they are in distress. And that's what I'm telling you. The manosphere dudes, they are doing blue crying. Their cries come from the depths of hell. They're struggling. They're suffering. They're thirsty. They're hungry. They're not being fed. And I love that you like to, subscribe to this idea that this is all just a matter of systems and institutions and corrections and new new ways and new paths need to be created to give men more power and more agency. I love that ambassador is your perspective. But it's so much deeper than that. It's so much more what's the word? So much more organic than that. So much more organic than that. It's something cavemanish, basic. Back to the back to the I have a word, I can't think of it right now. But your most base instincts. This is most base instincts. It's not deep like that, like you think. It's lip to nipple. And y'all throw all these books and philosophies and all this other shit. That's not what is making these men unhappy. It's not. Men are simple. They have certain functions they need to have and access to things that they desire. And that's it. Carnal, that's it. Most carnal desires, right? Most basic carnal desire. That's it. What do they say? What is it? What's the word? Eat, bust, sleep. Isn't that what they eat, bust, sleep? Or is it eat, sleep, bust? Which one is it? You tell me. You tell me. I don't know. Eat, sleep, bust. Eat, bust, sleep. I don't know. Sleep, bust, eat. Most carnal desires. Most simple. That's what it boils down to. And if these men in the manosphere had a rational, basic woman, you know, with some common sense and some basic function in life, and she was able to speak nicely to them, be a companion, company, available, without any major flaws, she could just say nice things and be around and be nice. That's all these Negroes need. Simple. Y'all make this shit complicated. It ain't complicated. Everybody wants to be loved. Don't you know that? Don't you know that? That's the most basic, basic thing that every organism needs: survival and love. That's it. Survival and love. Anything other than that is bullshit. Okay? I'm telling you, it's bullshit. People just looking for some excuses, some SBE, some reasons, excuses, blame. I mean, come on, man. I don't want a whole lot. Personally, me, I just want somebody that says happy day. Hey, May, happy day. That's all I need. Somebody to love me and I can depend on. We're gonna be there through thick and thin. It's simple. It's simple, simple, simple. We all just want to be loved, appreciated, respected. That's it. So anyway, that domestic. Let me go back to that domestic discipline. I said, okay, so ambassador. See, ambassador be trying to get deep and shit. He be trying to turn this into systematic. This ain't no damn systematic. This is basic love and respect. All that other stuff that them. I'm just calling them people. But no, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Ambassador, I do got questions. Wait a second. I got questions. Hold on. You said that You said, Ambassador, you said the old man recently opened up about the green gorilla and said green gorilla's girlfriend got us. So he had a girlfriend. He was getting touched. He had nipple to lip. Okay. I figured he had a girlfriend because he don't care about that bullshit no more. He done moved on. And you said got upset with him and made a false claim to the university he worked at, and it cost him his job. False claim. That's very interesting. False claim. You got to say more. Don't say less. I'm sorry. I would love. Okay, no, not that far. Go back up. You said it's funny because I motivated my wife to take on a promotion where she has to manage women, and they are driving her to the manosphere. What? Okay. She has to manage women and they are driving her to them. So you want incels to teach your wife about how to deal with women. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Ambassador, do you not understand that most of these men are incels? Do you not understand that just a quick dick suck would clear all their problems up? Do you not understand that? These men are not functional. They're not functional. And why you keep on acting like they have the keys to the kingdom, I do not understand. I don't understand. I don't understand, Ambassador. I like talking to you, brother. But you gotta have a come to Jesus moment at some point. You act like these dudes are some kind of priesthood or something. Like they got some esoteric knowledge on how the world works. These motherfuckers is lost. They struggling with basic problems. Don't you see that? Don't you see that, Ambassador? They struggling. Now I want to go back to Green Gorilla. Let me put this. Let me see if I can put this link in here. Because maybe people can't see it. I need people to pull up, cuss me out, smile at me, clap. I don't care. Whatever. Okay. So I'm talking to you, Ambassador. I'm asking you, why did Green Gorilla's lady, what did she say? Did the old man say why she or what she said he did? I hope he wasn't dating nobody on the job. That wouldn't be smart because the HR is too close. Things can go wrong very easily. I would hope not. So she didn't call his institution, his place of work. He works. He's a professor, and she didn't call his job with some claims to mess his career up, and he got fired. That's not good because it's very difficult as a professor to go from one institution to another because usually they want to either have the, you know, what is the word? You have to be, what is the word when you've been there for 10 years? You have to kind of be indoctrinated into the culture of the school, have contributed to their um, academic canon and been published and led a department. You have to have established yourself. That means a lot to go from professor to institution to institution. And if you can't refer back to a place, right, you don't want to start your resume from scratch. You got to refer to your past employment. I should have put some oil on here. This shit is sticking. You got to refer to your past employment, right? And you can't refer back to your past employment and all the things you accomplished there if you left on fucked up terms, right? So it matters what she said he did. I hope it wasn't something like sexual harassment or something like that. Tell me what did the old man say was the accusation? What was the nature of it? I ain't gotta go in detail. What was the nature? Well, I hope they didn't say he was a murderer because the brother already got a criminal record, so he got a couple of strikes against him already. Here you go, Pooh. You ready for your pizza? Here you go. There you go, Fatty. Here go your juice. Here go your juice. So tell me, come on now, Ambassador. Don't keep me waiting. Tell me, what did he get accused of? What was the nature of it? I wonder if the old man, what time is it? 7:30, 8 o'clock. He might be live. He can't see me over there anyway, because all he got me blocked on everything. So tell me, You said my wife is what I would describe. Let me read this. My wife is what I would describe as a woman of order, and this oftentimes leads less competent women to try to extract from her. My covering protects her from the hen pecking. A woman of order. Hmm. Hmm. A woman of order. That's interesting. When you say a woman of order, I'm just curious, not trying to get in your business. That means your wife is a very methodical person. Methodical, predictive, predictable. Mm. Describe it more. Is she like a clean freak, very practical, logical, unemotional? No, black women, we come in all forms. Is she a stickler, one of them people that sticks by rules to a fault? Or does she just keep places and things together and functional? Describe more what you mean by a woman of order, if you don't mind. I'm very curious of what Green Gorilla could have got accused of because I understand. I don't know what he did before, but I understand he has a criminal background, and some extra liberal school would give him a chance as a black man to redeem himself. An extra liberal school would overlook a pass with a criminal background pass. They would. An ultra liberal school. They have a point to prove. But to be accused, I'm just wondering what the. Will you stop taking so long, please, Ambassador? My curiosity is killing me. Please, what could he have been accused of that caused him to be fired? That is the question of the day. I like Green Gorilla. I like Green Gorilla. I saw his picture when he was doing his dissertation or some kind of speech. He was tall and kind of lanky and very pale. I noticed he was pale. He's light skinned. I noticed that. Light skinned brother. I need a bag. Fuck, I need a bag. Okay, I just used a regular bag. Let me see if he wrote something else. No, you did not. Okay, so I'll just wait. I guess you gotta focus. Like you said, you in the matriarchy right now. Your matriarch has you working. I got you. But anyway, yeah. So I was thinking back about the domestic discipline, and I'm just trying to figure out how does that work. Like, can y'all help me out? Like, what are the rules here? I mean, how? Like, I'm like curious. I got to do a deep dive on this shit. Cause, like, do you just sneak attack a bitch? You just sneak attack a bitch and walk a pow? Do you ask her permission? I feel like you deserve domestic discipline right now, so I'm going to reach up and slap you right now. Like, how does that work? You get permission before you do that, or you don't? Do y'all talk about it? I want to hit you across the face, so let's talk about it. Like, what the fuck is that? I don't. Man, this is insanity. But this black man is promoting that. And then when I found out that he had a wife, I said, I wonder. I think I put that shit in a comment, not in the chat because I didn't watch it live. I think I put that in the comment. I would like you to bring. 'Cause I didn't know he was married at the time. I think I put something in the comment. Maybe it's before I even watched the whole thing. I put in the comment. I would love to see you bring a female up and have her explain how she needs you to discipline her domestically. I would like to see that. I would like to see that. And he didn't have anybody come. I have a feeling, some of these people that cosplay. I have a feeling. I have a feeling that his wife do not feel like that. I bet you his wife would not get on that platform and be like, yeah, so yeah, he be slapping me when I need it. I don't know. I don't know, but I guess domestic stuff like that, we'll call it acts of random domestic violence, acts of random. I had a feeling that shit was just something that happened because people got angry with each other. I wouldn't perceive that as something that you actually agree to, would agree to. I watch some of these YouTube videos, you know, and I see people just get overwhelmed with anger and haul off. I know something about that, but people just signing up for some BDS is different. BDSM is different. But we're talking about real life, like you a child. I don't know. Nobody has any thoughts on that. So I'll move on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look into it though. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna look into it and see if I can find this Christian domestic discipline stuff and explore the idea of it. Not because I agree with it, but just what is the rationale and what is the in and outs of that, you know? Because it's kind of strange, in my opinion. I'm an adult and I don't know, I can totally communicate. And I had said that before, you know, in my own marriage, my husband and I have an agreement that we don't want a bunch of goddams in our relationships, you know? We don't. Why do that to each other? Why make each other miserable? Every time you turn around, I don't like what you God damn, here go this motherfucker again doing the same thing I don't like. God damn. We don't need a bunch of goddams, right? So we have an agreement. Do what I like, don't do what I don't fucking like. Abstain from doing shit that bothers me and do more of what I need you to do. Pretty simple. It's not hard, right? So, with that being said, you don't have to have all this antagonism and think you need to reach out and slap a bitch. You know, you don't. You just have agreements. You know what I like, and it's your job to know what I like, and it's your job to know what I don't like. And if I tell you what I don't like, don't do that shit no more. It's real simple. So I don't know all this enforcement and all that stuff. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I be on here acting a whole fucking fool. I do not act a fool with my husband. Why do I not act a fool with my husband? It's not because he gonna beat my ass. He totally could. He a stocky nigga, right? He totally could. But that's not the point. There's a respect, there's civility, there's understanding, there's agreements. And that's one thing I learned too from other situations outside of the marriage. I learned that the same motherfucker you talking shit to, the same motherfucker you retaliate against or act out against is the same motherfucker you're gonna have to humble yourself and come back groveling and cry and beg for forgiveness the next damn day. So just skip all that shit. Just go to the root. What you need me to do, what you need me to not do. Go from there. Simple. So I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit more practical, less romantic, more about utilitarianism. I don't know. But it works. All that emotional up and down. And I feel like that domestic discipline shit is just a way to not be emotionally mature. I think it's clocking the fuck out of maturity, honestly. Why can't you just tell somebody, listen, you're my wife, and what I need you to do is not tell our business to so and so and so. I heard you on the phone with your sister, and you were telling her things that were too close to our household, our business. You know what I'm saying? I'm making up an scenario. I'm making up an example of something that could trigger somebody, you know, because men feel like they're the head of the household. They don't need no third party weighing in. Don't be going asking nobody their opinion and shit like that. I'm your husband. You talk to me. Keep our business out of your family's, ears. That's a conversation. So that, lots of couples have to navigate that. How much do your family need to know your business? And when that kind of thing comes up, And it could be simple because I had this friend of mine, and what happened was him and his wife, they were working on buying a house before they had their child. They were definitely late bloomers. They went through 3 years of fertility. He's 50, she's 45 having a baby. Okay, this motherfucker's old. But they were buying a house many, many years ago. He's my friend. And he was telling me how her family's big on Sunday dinners, big Christians. They love Sunday dinner. They all sit around and they talk about their business with their spouse, with their children. They have these, what do you call it, organized dinners. Most of the time they're eating out. And he was telling me that it was becoming problematic for him because he would be making agreements with his wife about the house that they're going to buy. They're looking. And, you know, your family probes, they ask questions. You answer one question, they ask another question. Well, how much, where y'all going to get, where y'all going to live at? Oh, that's a nice area. That's where y'all looking? Oh, okay. Y'all found some? Yeah, yeah, I found this, that. How much does that cost? What's the range? What range y'all looking in? And she fuck around and did too much. And he was just like, here we go, here we go. Because they had agreed that they was getting the house 250,000 and under. And the particular county they in, you looking at what do you call those? There's a word for it. It's a small home. It's not gonna be huge. I forgot the name. They call it uh it sounds cute. It's a nice way. A bungalow. That's it. Bungalow. Bungalow. They were going to end up with a bungalow in this particular county. Bungalow meaning like a 2 bedroom, pretty simple, nothing fancy, ain't no 2, 3 stories and all that shit with a finished basement. No, 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 no. For $250,000, you will end up with a basic. They call them cottages, a cottage home. Simple. Everything's simple. Kitchen simple. Everything's simple. And when he said that in front of the family, see, that was a line that should not have been crossed. They all started weighing in. Now they looking at him crazy. I thought y'all had good credit. Now their conversation becomes public. We do have good credit. Now he's sitting there feeling. He told me about it. He was feeling some kind of way. He was feeling some kind of way. He felt like the whole family was measuring him up based on the price that his wife told the family that they could afford. So it's not always about you gossiping about, you know, it's not always about you gossiping or telling some bad news about your spouse. Sometimes people just don't need to be in your business because then they start judging and saying shit that they don't got no business. And that was one of the comments that he told me. Somebody in her family, one of the women in his family said something. Girl, you could qualify for $250,000 by yourself. See. Now we in dangerous territory. It was kind of a comment that could almost sound like, well, what the fuck you need him for, right? He was pissed about that. So that's what I'm saying. When you're married, you know, you simply acknowledge and point out what don't work for you, set your rules and expectations, boundaries and respect, and then you don't have to cross them lines no more. You don't have to have moments of embarrassment and humiliation or discomfort or whatever you want to call it. So anyway, that's one of the things he had to have a conversation with his wife about. When it comes to our finances, our personal choices, things that we're doing, we don't need to give no details to your family. None. We don't need them weighing in, giving they 2 cents. They think every information is an option for feedback and advice, and it's not. I got this. He told me they had to have that conversation because their family, and I'm talking about the men and the women, they do a little bit too much. You understand? And I get it 'cause I got some nosy folk in my family too. But I've learned a long time ago, change the subject. That's all. Change it to, oh, wait a minute, I got a phone call. You know what? I forgot. You know, there's 1,000 ways to get out of uncomfortable conversations without making it uncomfortable. But you have to do that. You have to tell people what direction to go. Because when you get married, don't nobody want the feedback of your family or even the threat of influence. You know, to think about it, she could have been happy with that $250,000 house that they had budgeted for. And then when her family started weighing in, she started talking about, damn, you know what? I realized we could get more house. We could put a little bit more. We could afford, you know. They kept telling her that you're gonna end up with a tiny house. That's the kind of stuff they did to influence her. You know, making her second guess. You run out here if you want to and buy more house than you can afford. Your ass won't be in it long. You have to live beneath your means. So I don't blame him for not wanting to max out. Just because you can qualify for a $750,000 house doesn't mean you should. Doesn't mean you need to do that. Live beneath your means. I know that is the secret to my success. I live way beneath my means. I got a whole lot of space because I don't overbuy and overindulge. I don't do that. Ambassador went away. He never came back, and he never gave me what information I was looking for. That's all right. He said he's working. So anyway, I talked about the domestic discipline, and so that's what I was saying. You simply make agreements. This doesn't work for us. This doesn't work for me. Don't do that again. When your family start asking questions, just deflect, change the subject, tell them, "Oh, we're working on it, honey. We ain't made our mind up. We don't even know yet." That's how you answer that. You see, maybe I'm a mature woman, so I have the answers to these type of things. You understand? I know how to shut some shit down real nice and easy, and don't make it a big deal. Oh man, we ain't even thought about that. We just looking. You see, and that's why you got to have a smart woman beside you. You can't be marrying a dummy. Because you got to have a woman who knows how to navigate socially, how to get out of and maneuver, you know, how to get out of awkward and sticky situations. Intelligence take you a long way when it comes to a wife. It really does. Don't marry a dumb broad. That's all I'm trying to say. Don't marry no ditz. And that's what's wrong with some of these men. They can only end up with dumb women, and that's partly why they be mad. They can get a woman, but she be dumb, and you might as well throw that bitch away. You understand? If she dumb, you might as well throw away. Now, if you dumb too, y'all make a good couple. So the other topic I had, I'm gonna end my stream soon because it's Friday night and I'm almost done with my dishes. And I appreciate Mahogany coming up, kicking it with me for a minute. But I just had these last couple topics. Predictions for 2026. Hmm. I'm still out. I don't know what 2026. That's the other topic I have. I honestly don't know. I can't call it, man. I wish I could. I cannot call what 2026 is gonna be like. I do not fucking know. I don't know. I can't even tell y'all if it's negative or positive. Like I literally cannot call it. This is gonna be the black hole year. I'm gonna call it the black hole. There's an absence of light. I don't know what the fuck gonna happen. It's the 2026 to me. I'm gonna call it the black hole year. I cannot imagine any particular thing. I can't be like, yeah, the economy's gonna bounce back, or the Democrats are gonna take over and the world will be different, or it's gonna be World War III. I can't call it. It's a black hole year. I literally have no. Women are intuitive. Women are intuitive. I have literally no intuition about it. I am so fucking neutral. I've never been that neutral on anything in my life. Now that I think about it. I mean, I literally feel nothing. I don't feel left. I don't feel right. I don't feel up. I don't feel down. I draw a blank. And it's only how many days away? We're on December, what's today, 5th? So we're about 30 days or less away from the new year. And I have literally no, I usually have a strong feeling of either optimism or skepticism, hope, because I'm thinking it's going to be bad, but I hope it won't, you know. I usually have some kind of intuition. I got nothing, man. I got nothing. I am so neutral that I am numb. I'm numb. I'm numb. And I don't even think I have optimism. 'Cause I'm not sitting here like, yeah, I feel like we're gonna pull through. I literally am drawing a blank. And maybe that's the energy of the year of fuck it. Just fuck it. It don't even matter. Maybe it's just a year of chaos. Absence of light, absence of darkness. There's nothingness. Maybe. Because I'm processing that right now. I literally feel, I don't visualize anything. I don't feel, see. I got nothing. I'm drawing blanks like a mug. I don't care. I don't care. I just don't care. I don't care. I'm in awe of that, but I don't care. I literally don't care. I don't care whether it turns out good or bad. I don't know what to think about that. What is that? That's not nihilism. I just decline investment. I decline investment. That's what it is. I'm personally declining an investment in the outcomes of 2026. Can't call it. Fuck it. Can't call it. Anyway, Ambassador did not come back and give me information. I have to go and ask the old man myself why this man got accused. But anyway, so that was the other comment that I had on their 2026 projections. I am looking forward to one solid thing though. And the solid thing I'm looking forward to is these motherfucking tea seeds. I talked to my husband about it the other day. And I'm really excited about my tea plants and the possibility that I have like 90 something brand new tea trees. And in a matter of 2 years, they're going to grow and I'm going to have a whole tea garden. I'm really excited about that. My seeds are growing. They're over there and they're coming out. My husband, he let me dig up one the other day. And I was impressed. It's coming right out the shell. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Anyway, so I can say at least that 2026, I get to begin my tea garden, my beautiful, amazing tea garden. Now, this is another thing that I was thinking about too. People who come online and they be yelling. But you said it's gonna be like a movie. Okay, a movie, like some otherworldly shit, just a bunch of surprising twists and turns, plots that could not be expected. Gonna be like a movie. That's your prediction. It's gonna be like a movie. I'm afraid that I don't have any invested energy towards 2026. That kind of makes me afraid. Like I don't got no intuition. I'm usually a very intuitive person. You said it'll be like a movie. I could dig it. So, when it comes to when it comes to what was I talking about? I was talking about the I'm sorry. I'm trying to listen to what my daughter's listening to. She sounds like she's listening to a. Let me go see real quick. She sounds like she's listening to a movie. Oh, okay. I be trying to ear hustle. Keep an eye on. What is that? I heard a moving truck or something and horns. I'm like, what is that? Um, you said America is on a lifeline. Yeah, the way the government is going and the economy. Right, right. And maybe that's why I choose, maybe subconsciously I choose to draw a blank because I feel on a subconscious level this shit about to be real fucked up. So I just be like, nah, I don't feel that. I don't know. It could be that. I say you have some fucked up shit, you just blank it out and you neutralize it because you don't want to deal with it. And maybe that's it. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But when you say that, yes, the government, the economy, this shit is all pointing down. In the next 30 days, this shit is not sounding like it's going up. It's almost like fucking doom and gloom. How bad, how much worse can it get? I've never knew that America could have a clown government. I never knew. I never knew that everything about us could just be a fucking joke. I never knew. I want to be offended. I want to be outraged. But then what are you going to do with it? That's the topic I had that I wanted to bring up. I'm going to tell y'all some these motherfuckers that come online and they be like, talking shit. I'm going to just be honest. Let me just bring up somebody for example. I'm just using an example, okay? Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'm using somebody's example. Pure butterfly. She's an example for me. I'm not talking about her because I ain't seeing the bitch because I blocked her. But I don't like people like her. I'm not talking about Pure, which I could if I wanted to, but I'm using her as a sample or an example. People who come online and they rant and they rage and they act like you must do something. Something's got to be done. And they're all emotional and dictatorial and angry and full of rage and emotion. And they demanding something of somebody. Somebody got to goddamn do something. And the overreaction. You're pouring all of that into a screen. I'm just saying. You pouring all of that energy, all that rage, all that chaos. You pouring it into a screen. You're pouring it into a keyboard. A fucking keyboard. And you're projecting that shit through the internet to some fucking stranger who really don't care. Okay? People who probably are are uninterested, uninvested. People who are here to be entertained or to entertain. That's true. It's true. Okay, let me read. I was turned my head. Let me read. We was laughing. You said, according to Pure, we are in the midst of Armageddon. Right, right. Yeah, she's a good example. But she's not alone. It's all kind of people. They get on the internet. They be self-righteous. They be talking shit. And they got all these stances and stuff. And I always go back to the root. What action are you taking? What action is anything that you're talking about being fed into action? How does this translate into action for you personally? You understand? Since you got so much fire, brimstone, energy, concern, outrage, like how are you uh channeling? That's the word I want to use. How are you channeling all this concern? How are you channeling all of this rage? Because in my logical mind, if you have a lot of anger and rage and defiance, outrage, you need to have somewhere to spend that energy in a productive way. Otherwise, you're just not that outraged. If you're not finding a way to channel it and spend it in a way that has some kind of outcome and result, you're not that fucking serious. You're just on the internet doing the most. You're on the internet looking for some attention. You're on the internet putting on, playing, pretending, delusional. For real. Because if you're that authentic with your feelings and emotion, you actually would have a natural desire to see change. And so you would seek out places and people and organizations that actually provide you a place to help make the change. How did Obama say? Be the change you want to see. Be the change you want to see. That's your natural next thing. Once you got all this rage and it's authentic, you would actually spend it in ways that gain results. That's just the logical, path. So I can't, okay? I can't with all these motherfucking monkeys yelling in microphones and jumping up and down and chimping out and all this shit. I can't. I can't. I have no energy for it. Get your ass up and get out here and motherfucking do something. Take some real fucking live action and do something about it. Be the change you want to see or shut the fuck up. That's where I'm coming from. Because when people are getting hysterical online, I'm serious. I see some people, they be getting hysterical. I just turn the goddamn channel. If I can't laugh at you, I'm turning the channel. If I can't laugh and giggle and be amused, the irony or whatever, I'm just turning the damn channel. I'm not saying I'm going to unsubscribe. I'm just saying I'm going to turn the fucking channel. Turn it. Because it has to be logical at some point. You can't keep pretending to be so concerned and you actually have no results. None. None. You're not concerned. They call them, what, armchair revolutionaries? Keyboard, keyboard saviors. I don't know what the fuck they call it. But I'm not finna entertain that. You know. You seriously, I mean, you get these people that are really outraged and they doing the most, they talking and barking, and they got so much to say. And if you ask them, give me your resume. What have you done to further the conversation to action? What evidence can you provide that you put either you ran for office, you put someone into office, you participate in government. You are active, you are engaged in government and governmental change. Are you a lobbyist? Why not? Do you have an organization? Do you have an LLC? What are you doing? What are you advocating for? You understand? At some point, you got to come with some receipts. You can't keep barking and talking shit and acting like you outraged and you are authority on something and you run something, but you don't run anything. You just run that mouth online. You understand? That's what I say. I cannot take a lot of times people online serious. It's mostly emotionalism. It's all emotionalism. If you're not organizing around the issue, you're not serious. If you're not pushing some legislation or challenging some legislation or at least amendments or addressing something that needs to be adjusted, you're not serious. You're just not serious. If you can't name some action, something you're doing, you're not serious. And I think there's nothing wrong with just looking on and being amused. There's nothing wrong with that. But once you get to a point where you're judgmental and you got all this fire and brimstone, and you've crossed the line where you need to actually become an active participant in changing the outcome of society. Once you start acting like you got some major, major pushback, authority, rage, and all that. That's my point. That's my point. And so this is one thing I will say about me. I'm, going into the kind of idea of alter ego. I have many facets, to myself, my personality. And I come online and I'm probably so goofy, stupid, retarded. This is where I let my hair down, you know. I don't mind. And I think everybody has an inner child, somebody who's playful. A lot of that shit is bred out of us. We learn you gotta be mature, you gotta act like this, but that's not your authentic self. It's not necessarily your authentic self. And so for me, online, I get a chance to be immature, rude, all the shit I'm not supposed to be. I get to be my shadow self a bit. It's a true, authentic part of me, my shadow self. I get to act that out. Because in real life, I really don't get a chance to just cuss motherfuckers out like I might feel like I want to. You know what I'm saying? I can, but yeah. In a comical, in a fun, playful way, right? Because everything is not all anger and evil in the world. You can be playful. And that's the thing. I think that we as adults have learned to be too serious. Too serious. We don't have a lot of outlets for play. Children have lots of outlets for play. I enjoy shopping with my daughter and stuff because I constantly observe a lot of things that we forget that can become play. Started doing not Play-Doh. We've always done Play-Doh, but I got adult clay, and I like it. I like it a lot. Play-Doh's boring. Adult clay, I call it adult clay. Clay, color clay, that shit is amazing. I can make all kind of like miniature things. Uh, I'm using tools and stuff. So I'm doing clay, like small level color clay. It's pretty cool. I think some people use it to make jewelry and shit, but I'm using it to make miniature stuff for the doll houses. I have several doll houses upstairs. Okay, so I'm learning that too. But children teach you, like Legos. I remember playing with Legos, but I forgot the joy of it, the innocence of it. Oh, what you say? What you say? According to Pure, okay. You said you should come to TikTok. Why you say? Oh, you said TikTok and do lives? How does TikTok lives work? I'm afraid to go over there and to be a bunch of strangers just saying perverted or crazy stuff. How does TikTok live work? I've not been on TikTok. I get scared of TikTok because when I go on TikTok, I get sucked in. Woo, I get sucked in. I got ADHD, and before I know it, girlfriend, I just be so deep in there. It'd be an hour that went by. I've only gone on TikTok maybe 4 times in my life. It's very censored. Oh, it's censored? Okay, good. So they can't talk crazy to me. Call me nigger, 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 some shit like, ah, that's good. Y'all, I made the best. When I get off here, I'm about to make me some chicken. Hold on, let me see if my daughter needs more pizza. Lil, you need more pizza? You good? You need more pizza? Okay. I made chicken marsala last night. It was so good. I'm gonna consider it. Okay? You said it's a lot of panels, for a variety of things, or you can host your own. Ooh. What topics do you think I could do that would work? Because I don't know what those. I don't know anything about TikTok. Well, I don't know anything. You know what sucked me up is just there's these quick feeds of people doing lives, and then I just, whew, I did it about was it a week or two ago. I went on TikTok. I got sucked in that motherfucker. I just kept flipping, flip up. I said, "What the fuck is this Indian dude?" I want to actually. I clicked like to follow him. I want to go see him do that shit again. People would like give him a tip, and he'd do these crazy ass dances. He was throwing shit up and down in his shop. It was crazy. That dude was so animated. He's like a cartoon character. I was entranced. I was enjoying it so much. I was enjoying it so much. These people doing weird ass shit. I was watching all kind of stuff. And I was like, what in the whole TikTok is a whole world. And I'm so afraid because I got, ADHD. I'm so afraid to get sucked up. But you said I could do anything. You have people be on their they're on painting nails and have 100 people watching. So yeah, it's a voyeuristic culture, right? Voyeuristic. It's a voyeuristic culture. I noticed that. I saw one lady. Girl, I bought some perfume. Let me show you the perfume I bought on TikTok. That's why I got my ass off. Let me show you the perfume. Hold on. I'm getting my perfume. I'm gonna eat my masala in a second. It's only 8:30. It be looking like it's goddamn. Let me show you. Let me see. Turn this. Did I do it? Turn this on. You see that? Yeah, I see that. I was on TikTok and I was just searching. It's called Honey Gold. No, Honey Oud. I ain't got no business on TikTok. I ain't had no business on TikTok. And I got sucked in that bitch. And before you know it, I'm a magpie. I'm addicted and attracted to things that are glittering and glitz and beauty and stuff like that. I like stuff that sparkles and shines. And they had this. It's called Bella Vita Luxury Honey Oud perfume. And it's pretty cheap, because they got perfumes out here that's $100, $200, which I would never buy. This is only $17 on sale. And I just kept watching. I was entranced. The lady had this little disco round, and she had all the little perfumes going on the circle. She had all these bright, colorful backgrounds and stuff. And I was just entranced. I was just like, I gotta have that. I have to have it. I must have this perfume. It has to smell like heaven. I must have it. And I just kept staring at it. And the longer I stare, and she called my name. That's what happened. She said, "Hey, May." I said, "Oh, how the fuck she know I'm here?" Apparently, TikTok announces your damn name. And that was all it took. I was still looking. I was like, damn, I need that Bella Vita. It's called, let me smell it again. Let smell it again. Because, see, I had put all kind of fantasies in my mind about how good this was going to smell. And it smells like patchouli. It's too masculine. I just sniffed it again. It's too masculine. I need to get this to my husband. It's too fucking masculine. And I know oud because oud is a Middle Eastern word that means like smell, or I guess you would say perfume. That's what oud means. But it's too masculine. So I'm heartbroken. Honey oud is masculine as fuck. I smell like a man when I put it on. I let the the presentation fool me. She had all those colors and it was going and glistening and the boxing and the packaging. It fooled me. I'm not saying it stinks. It doesn't stink. It just smells like a man. But because it said honey. So I was like, that's feminine. But honey oud needs to go to a man. This is a masculine smell. You said, yeah, it smelled good, but it need to be on a man, not me. I'm turning myself off. You understand? I'm turning me off. I need to put this on my husband. But this is for me. I'm not. I'm just like, oh hell no, because I'm still. It's stuck on me. I'm smelling masculine, and I don't want to smell masculine. I want to smell feminine. I like masculine smells on a man, but it can't be stuck on me. So yeah, I got to try again. But anyway, that was my TikTok experience recently. I realized, like, man, you need to get your ass off here because there's another African lady. She sells these dashiki dresses, and I was about. I could see. Well, how do you deal with this? You sound like fruity smell, sweet smells. Yes. Well, how do you deal with this? How do you deal with your urge as a woman to shop on TikTok? Because you can't control whether or not they bring up when you swipe it. They bring up sales. How do you control that for yourself? How do you control that? Like, you got a trick? You're gonna get sucked in. You know how crazy we are. For you know, you been ordered a whole heap of shit. I got on. What's the other day? Was it not Alibaba? Timu. That motherfucker sucked me in. Next thing you know, I had filled up the shopping cart because it was like, get one more product. I said, oh Lord. I hit the button and I instantly did refund. I said, damn, man, you fucked up. You said you wasn't gonna do this again. I gotta stop the consumerism. You said I just bought a whole bunch of Christmas presents last night. So don't ask me. Ah, I hear you, girl. I hear you. She said I bought a. So they sucked you in on TikTok. That's what you got, man. See, I'm sniffing. I keep sniffing. Now I'm like, ooh, that shit smell good. But I'm thinking about it as it smells good on a man. I can't be walking around smelling like this all day. I'm gonna have to just go back. I'm gonna have to go back and try something else. They had a sample box. It has six different smells. They're supposed to have female and masculine, but the honey oud was in the female. So maybe that's what I need to do. I need to get the sample box, and once I get the little sample box of six, I know I can see the other five what they smell like. I don't know why this brand is turning me on. It's done something to me psychologically, and I'm afraid that a lot of things are going to turn me on. I got to be careful. I got to be oh so careful. I can't be doing this spontaneous fucking purchases. I can't do it. The economy's not good enough for that. It's not good enough for that. Um, I really am trying to plan ahead I'm trying to plan ahead. So yeah. So TikTok, you're gonna have to help me out. Give me a tour or something. Give me some destinations, some places I can try out. Something that's tried and true. Cause I've never used the shit. I don't. I kind of go through swipe, 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 and then I get confused or I get stuck. But I usually don't. I don't stay long because I'm scared. I'm scared to get sucked in. Motherfucker like me could end up on there 8 hours. You know. You bought some good gifts. It smells good. Oh, it's so sweet. I'm curious. I want to try some stuff. What they call aphrodisiac? Not aphrodisiac. Oh man, there's a word for it. Not aphrodisiac. There's another word. Smells that have pheromones. I would like to try some pheromone based perfumes. So yeah. Okay, I'll try some TikTok. I have a learning curve because I don't know how to do lives or how to participate in a live or a panel. I know nothing about TikTok. I literally know nothing. But anyway, okay, it's 8:45. I'm gonna fix me some food. I'm gonna fix my chicken marsala. It's 8:40. I told my daughter we're gonna play. She loves to play doctor with these dolls. You get her what do you call it? General hospital loan. She loves to get her general hospital loan. She's making predictions of diseases and all kind of shit. And that's one of the things I was gonna say. Y'all, let me say this before I go. Who the whole fuck do they think they're fooling? He said, go and follow people that you follow on here. Really? Are you serious? Follow people from YouTube? So you don't just start with like new, brand new. Okay, I hear you. You saying that's a start. That's where to start. Okay. I follow Tabitha Speaks, so that would be a good start. She's grown on me. She's becoming more balanced in my mind. And I know there's a lot of people are quoting her, all kind of people. I'm like, wow, Tabitha is a leader in the god. She's the goddamn news now. She gonna take over CNN goddamn job. Okay. Um, but last thing I was gonna say is this ain't even political, y'all. Why the fuck did I wake up this morning talking about we didn't caught the January 6th bomber? Please raise your hand if you believe that that twink ass 65 dude standing behind the sequin curtain, standing in front of rather a sequin curtain, is a fucking bomber. I said that earlier. Black people don't fuck around with explosives. That ain't us. So I find it funny. Luna, when you finish, I got your cupcakes. Right, Woo. I don't believe that. You said brand new too, but to get what you like into the algorithm, the topics you like. Okay. Well, I'll make sure I stay off the politics. I'm trying to think what the fuck do I want to listen to? I want to do something different than YouTube. I mean, as far as topics, you know what I'm saying? I want to do something that keeps me laughing. Maybe funny Marco, because it's such a swipe, swipe, swipe. I don't know. I'll see. I'll see. Yeah, I could just try it out, explore. I'm afraid to. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but I'm always so paranoid about wasting time and being productive. I'm a little over paranoid about that. And that's why I try to be doing stuff while I'm on the internet. Be active, um, productive. Anyway, yeah. Don't nobody believe that shit. It's impossible. It is impossible that a black man, and it's taken him all this time. And I know they think that I forgot and the rest of the world forgot. But I remember somebody tracking all of that shit from the DNC to the RNC headquarters. They found that it was a so-called white woman who was a police officer. I don't know if anybody else heard this. And she has been um, promoted to the extent that she became a part of the CIA. And when I seen it, I said, it seemed like a credible source at the time because it stayed in my brain. It wasn't that long ago. It was like maybe 3, 4 months ago. They showed some white blonde haired bitch with a ponytail, and they even showed her with an FBI jacket on. So you telling me, forget the white girl, scrap that story. It's a black dude with glasses. He looked like he might be special needs, standing in front of a glitter sequin curtain backdrop, and that's all y'all got. A name. I don't even know if these motherfuckers is real anymore. I don't know if they just using AI and making up victims. And with Charlie Kirk, the FBI or whatever, or the police authorities, whatever, they came up with two people who were supposedly guilty. We've got them. We got them. They were two old ass men on the scene. They wanted to solve the mystery immediately, arrest somebody. They were both incorrect. And the third person, the final person, this supposedly tranny loving dude, he's not the killer either. The FBI is at this point, they just pin the tail on any donkey. And I'm not trying to be funny, but you got a Patel running the goddamn FBI. Okay. He's literally a Patel. That's not his background. He don't know nothing. So I'm just kind of like, how's this going to play out? Do you really think America's going to believe that this dweeby, funny looking black dude, black people, we don't play with explosives. We never did bombing. We don't do bombing. It's not our thing. How's this going to play out for y'all? Black people, that's the first thing. I started reading the comments. All the black folk, we don't fuck with explosives. We don't. You can't get me to put gas in a motherfucking lawnmower, okay? Them heaters that I bought for the business, I bought them two propane heaters. I got rid of them shits the next month. I wasted 800. Hold up. I was like, oh, hell to the nah. Propane, gas, that shit's explosive. Fuck that. Mm-mm. I didn't want them. I knew I didn't want them. It was a city contract. I got them for that, and I sold them motherfuckers to somebody else. I don't want shit that's gonna explode. Okay? I know something about black people. Black people, we don't like blowing up. We don't like explosives. We don't like that shit. We don't. Who we playing with? You can't convince me no Negro man is walking around with bombs and shit in the bag like it's cool. Nah, that's white boy shit. Y'all try again. Try again. Go back to the fucking drawing board. Try the fuck again. Ain't no nigga running around delivering bombs like he the goddamn DoorDash. Come on now. Stop your shit. Y'all getting outrageous. Y'all getting outrageous with this shit. Y'all just blame niggas for everything. You can blame us for some shit, but it's some shit you can't blame us for. We not buying it, and ain't nobody else buying it. Niggas don't do bombs. See, this is why I said you can't have a Patel. He doesn't culturally understand. White people know us well. We know white people well. Okay? They know what the fuck we capable of, and we know what the fuck we capable of. Bombing, that ain't us. Okay? It just ain't us. And we usually, as black people, we don't do mass shootings. Usually, the only way we doing a mass shooting, we got PTSD, and we were trained by the military, and y'all turned us into killers. And so we got training, killer, and PTSD. You understand? That's usually the combo of black man who's been in the military. But black women, you might as well just put my fucking picture up there, talking about she did it. You might as well put my black ass up there. It's not believable. What's the likelihood that a black woman walking around delivering bombs? Really fucking rare. Not likely. Exactly, Woo. That is not what we do. You could have said this nigga was a crip and he sprayed the street because he thought it was a bunch of bloods. I'd have believed you. Dweeby and corny and cheesy as he looks, I'd have believed it. He could be a gangster nonetheless. You could tell me he robbed the liquor store. I can believe that. right? But but tossing bombs, delivering bombs around the city on foot, niggas don't do that. They gonna have a hard. This is what happened when you let a damn Indian run the goddamn FBI. They come up with lies and deception, and that's cultural. He probably was like, yeah, I don't want to upset the white people because right now we trying to make white people look good under MAGA. Now the only other option I came up with, the only other, the only other possibility I came up with, I said, what if these evil ass cracker cousins we got, what if they sicked up, a diehard coon? See, diehard coons, they believe the hype. You can tell them to do anything. And that would make sense. White boy don't want to get in trouble. He don't want no smoke. He want a future for his white babies and his family's future. And you find this Negro, that one Negro out of a crowd of 5,000 white men, he thinks he's white, kind of like Clue's lame ass, and you sick him up a tree. Let this black bastard go do our dirty work so we can be free and make sure we have white children to add to this white society. Let this Negro come do this dumb shit. That's the only other answer. That's the only way I could see a black man. He's such a coon. They sicked him up a tree. They didn't want to get caught, and they let him be the fall guy. They told him, "Go, nigger, go deliver them bombs for us." That's all I could guess. But this is not something that black people do. We don't do that. So that's my last thought. I'm about to eat this here Mars chicken marsala that I cooked and see what else happened. I don't really watch TV, y'all. I don't watch TV anymore. So I pretty much be listening to YouTube. I'm gonna check up on the news. Anyway, I appreciate Boo and Mahogany and Ambassador who's over there slaving and V Dub. Everybody, appreciate you and those who will check the replay. I just thought I'd try something different. A chat and chill on a Friday. My white Russian and just thoughts. All right. Ashe. Y'all have a good night. Peace.